these are some ways that I maintain our swim spa. You can do these with a hot tub. I'm not an expert. I've just learned a lot through different pool companies, pool cleaning companies, and pool supply stores. I've spent a lot of time with them asking a lot of questions, especially with my passion and fascination with water in general. This has taught me a lot, and I feel empowered that I can do most of this at home with the supplies that I have. And then occasionally I reach out to our local pool supply store, or I reach out to this pool cleaning company, and they have guided me so generously, and actually a couple people in the swim spa community as well. I reached out to them, and they just generously helped me through whatever issues I had. And so now I'm really getting the hang of it, and it's exciting, and I hope that some of these tools work for you. I'm sure a lot of you know a lot of these tools, but this is just for someone who might be really wanting to save a little money or invest it in something else rather than into a pool cleaning company. This would definitely be worth it. So one thing that you can hire a pool company to do is to have them come and vacuum like the big particles. We were offered that by our pool cleaning company. He said just at any time let him know, and when he's around he'll come and vacuum it, and we'll pay him just a small fee to do that. And you can also buy one, he said, online. They're way cheaper than at the pool supply store, so you can get one for about $120. I'll link the brand below, but these are the two options, to be able to get those big particles. Like, we get a lot of big chunks of sand and things that the filter isn't able to get out. And then at a certain point, just when you're walking around, you just feel things, they're just kind of uncomfortable on the bottom because they're kind of grainy. And the other thing is obviously pH strips. This one only tests for 4 things. I like the one that, definitely invest in the one that gives you like 8 results or something. They were just out of stock, and I just didn't want to wait, so I got these. But they work great because they tell you if you need more chlorine or less chlorine, and if it's too alkaline, which when it's too alkaline, that's when it can turn green and get algae. And remember, I'm not an expert, but this is the information that I gathered and how I understand it, that when it turns too alkaline, that's when the algae, there could be an overgrowth of algae. Now, in a inflatable hot tub, it is different because it's that plastic material. We have the Spa inflatable hot tub, and the algae that kind of grows in that one you can just, that one's not toxic, I was told. That one, it's clear and kind of slimy, and then you just like wipe it off the edges. And we never had an issue with our inflatable swim spa water. It was always great. And so that algae is a little bit different, is what I've been told. So in here, when it's too alkaline, it can usually turn like a greenish color or greenish brownish. And so if it's too acidic, if it's the opposite, then it can burn the skin and cause like a lot of discomfort. If there's a lot of phosphates in it, that can be one reason for why it's cloudy. And so the phosphate, this is where I feel so empowered, is by the phosphate remover. It needs to be the highly concentrated one. We bought a bottle, 2 bottles of the not strong one, the not concentrated one. Well, look who's sitting with you. Bunny. And the not concentrated one takes, for me, this is just my experience, for me, the not concentrated one took a week to work, or 10 days for it to really work, and I had to do constant treatments. This is so strong. The pool company gave it to me. They sold it to me, and then I've since bought one more bottle. I think they're like $20 or $30. I can link all these things below too, if that makes it easier. But once you notice the cloudiness, you just test it first to see if it is phosphates. And so you pour just like a little teaspoon, and if it turns white within a few seconds, then you know that you need to treat it for phosphates. It is a really fun one to do, because obviously when it gets really cloudy, at first when I didn't know anything about how to treat it, I stressed out. I called the company. They had to come. They said it was going to be like about $350 to treat it, and they would have to come back every couple days. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is a lot. And so they just were really honest with me. I said, I work in the water industry, so I want to understand this too, so that I can know how to do this. And they were so helpful. And they said they're actually so busy. They have so many clients. Like pool companies are really needed. A lot of people have a regular pool company coming once a week to their house. Now, the ultimate goal with this is to have a saltwater system. I've been told they're like $1,000 to $1,200. So that's the ultimate goal, so that we're not buying all this stuff. But for now, this is what has been working for us. So this has the different dosages on the back, right? So I usually do 2 ounces for the swim spa size. After you pour it in, you wait 24 hours. Some places say wait 48 hours. Beautiful. Wow. Do you want to paint on my leg too?
Yeah.
Let's paint my leg. So, one sec, let me finish this. This is what works. I got a little bit distracted, but I'm going to show you why these are great. These little gloves, they get these little water spots off, so you can see it, and they come right off. You have to take care of that soon, because if it starts to really build up and it starts to calcify, then it's really hard to clean. It's actually the same with our water ionizer. If you don't maintain it every like week or so, then that buildup will be really hard to clean. It can ultimately damage the product. And so one of these is important. And then for the sticky residue that can sometimes happen, I forget what they told me causes that, but around ours doesn't have it right now because we keep it really clean, but you can kind of see it over there. And it's sticky and it's hard to clean. This glove does not clean it. So I was told by a swim spa specialist that using a magic eraser will help and that it won't damage it. So far I haven't seen that it's damaging it. It just really gets the stickiness off. And I'm gonna show you how these work. So they're really tight in there. I just cleaned them, but you go in and you untwist it. You take the filter out. So ours is clean right now, but I did a phosphate remover, and this will usually, I clean this once a week, and usually it's not really a lot of buildup on it. But if it's cloudy and then you do the phosphate treatment, then within 24 hours or 48 hours, you have to remove it, and it will be covered in gunk. It's so satisfying to clean it, and it's so satisfying to be able to get the cloudiness out of your swim spa or your pool yourself without needing to invest in a pool company. You know, it's nice to, I'm on a really high up thing. Let me put this down. Okay, so that is one thing that is necessary. So weekly cleaning it with the strong pressure of a hose. And so chlorine, we use very little chlorine, and it's been working for us. Having one of these so that when it's beyond what you are able to do, then just taking this test in. I usually take this like once a month now. I was taking it once a week, sometimes twice a week. And then the dry acid, we got it in bulk, and because a lot of times you need quite a bit of it if you really need to adjust it. So this was probably like 80 bucks, maybe 100. They had smaller ones, but when I did the math, I realized this is just better to do up front. And This is for when the water's really hard. It raises the calcium, for raising calcium hardness levels in the pool. And then an oxidizer, which we only use probably once a month. I should use it more, but I was told also that sometimes if you use it too much, it says clears cloudy water, but sometimes they said that it can actually make the water cloudy if you know. So we don't use this that much. And alkalinity up, so when it's too acidic on the pH strips, and then if it's too, this will balance it. The drop flock, this I feel like was not needed, but basically all of the debris, the unfilterable debris, it collects it and then it goes to the bottom, so it's easy to remove by vacuum. So I think these are for like if a lot of things drop in there and it's like it feels impossible to clean, like this will help with that. We just haven't used it. Ultra Bright, I don't want to use this. Again, the pool guy poured it in when he was trying to clear the cloudiness himself, and then that's when another pool company told me about phosphate removers, so I realized I don't want to be using that like antifreeze looking stuff. I want to use something that doesn't have that, I don't know, that one just doesn't resonate with me, but this does. Like, it's already so much clearer. This was so cloudy. I wish I had a video of when it was really cloudy, but I will add to this video, I'll add a clip of what this looks like probably by tomorrow or Friday. This will be completely crystal clear, and it feels good being confident knowing that I know how to clean that. Okay, I think that's it. I covered what I wanted to cover. If you live in a windy place, you have to keep that cover on. We've left it off. We were in it one afternoon and then we left it off for the rest of the evening and probably didn't close it until 11 o'clock at night. And the next couple days started to get cloudier and cloudier, and that's when we learned the importance of having a cover on it. You're not going to be spending as much money cleaning it all the time and dealing with the pH and stuff, just everything going off. Also, I was told, I forget what makes, I know it's copper that makes the hair turn green, something with the copper and the water, but we've noticed that if there's too many, I could be wrong, but if there's too many phosphates, there could be more metals in the pool. Remember, I'm not an expert. I might be wrong with that, but just keeping the pH and everything correct. We have one product called No Metals that we haven't really had to use. We've just been kind of checking her hair color. When it starts looking green, then we use a little bit of the No Metal. And yeah, I hope this helps. Bye.